morning. How's it going? Jonathan, Alexis, Jonathan. How you doing? Good morning. You're the first one here today. Early bird catches the worm, right? Oh God, I woke up late today. Yeah. This is a little sleepy, but gotta get going. So yeah, we're gonna get going, you guys. Princess! Holy crap, you scared me, Princess. Scared me, Princess. Don't be doing that. I'm gonna go. Not even a little scary. Anyways, morning, happy Friday. Thank you, Princess. You're late to the job site, homie. Who the fuck asked you? I'm not late. I can show up whenever I want, Holmes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so rude. Oh, somebody just muted you. Por baboso. Pow! And I was apologizing. I'm not late, Holmes. I can show up anytime I want, man. Okay, remember that. Good morning over here on Instagram and YouTube. All right. Finally, somebody on YouTube. You know what? YouTube is usually very, very quiet. A lot of people, there's not that many action on YouTube. But Instagram's also kind of slow. It's picking up, though. More viewers are following me now. And TikTok's always, what's the trucha, right? Always on here. Hi, the chillest solar on YouTube. Is that your business? You sell solar or something or what? USA, ora USA. Claro que sí, USA. Yes. Well, that's very cool. What city what's the name of your business? Is that what it's called? The chillest solar? Is that the name of your business? Now, I'm a G-Tech YouTuber. G-Tech YouTuber. What's a G-Tech YouTuber? Oh, a gamer? You're like a gamer or what? Princess, you're over here on your Instagram too? Holy crap, Princess, you're all over the place. Ponte a trabajar. Okay, me voy a poner a trabajar. Check this out, you guys. This baboso is telling me to get to work. So his name is Salvador Medina. Mira tú, baboso Medina. Mi trabajo mío, baboso, viejo fundillo, es estar en vivo y diciéndote a ti, güey, que compres tu Azteca Hill para que no seas tan baboso. So, cada vez que tú me miras en vivo, yo estoy trabajando, güey. ¡Pau! Por baboso. Otra vez te voy a mandar a la riata. Esta vez nomás te di 1,000, pero por otra vez te mando a la riata con los burros, viejo baboso. ¿Cómo andas, tío? Buenos días. Muy bien, Mr. Gino. Only do YouTube. Oh, really? Check it out. Well, I do YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at the same time. See, there's people watching me on all the platforms right now. Pow! Right? ¿Quién chingado el video si le dijo a ese güey? Too early for babosos? I know, but they're all over the place, Princess. Every day those fuckers get up early too, I think. Yeah, so anyways, you guys, I'm getting ready to head out to the job site. The chillest solar says, sadly, do not speak Spanish, so I do not understand anything you just said. Okay, look, well, I'll explain it to you, because this is what I do on my show. I'm the Azteca Health Man show, right? I'm Jose Reynoso, sir. And see, the way it works here is I'm the Azteca Health Man. Okay, Azteca Heal is the world's #1 natural energy drink, which you can get on TikTok, you guys, and everywhere. And so, see, I'm a masonry contractor. I do masonry work and stuff, and I do lives on everything, whether I go fishing or I'm working or whatever. And my job is to also remind you to get your Azteca Heal in the TikTok shop, okay? And so that's why I stream live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok at the same time. There's all kinds of people watching me right now. See, there's a lot of people: Princess, Ernica, Saldana, uh, you know, Carlichu Weed, and there's Big Dreams creators, and there's all kinds of people watching me. And so that's what I do. I'm the TikTok, I'm the Stick Health Man. Jose Reynoso. And so a lot of my job also is to get to block and mute babosos, the chillest solar. Do you know what a baboso is? The chillest solar? Do you know what that is, sir? I have TikTok, but that sounds cool. Oh, thanks. You can also follow me on TikTok. If you look up the Azteca Health Man Show or Jose Reynoso, you'll see me. See, I'm live right now. Lorraine, hey baby, how you doing? Lorraine is my personal nurse. I have a personal nurse now. Her name is Lorraine. She's watching me right now. Lorraine, my heart hurts. It hurts. Help, baby, help. What's up, Joe Hernandez? Akira, getting ready to go on my way to work. You the best, Papa. Yeah. Thank you, Carlicho Weed. Thank you, homie. Okay, tío Alonso, ¿cómo estás? Jose, bueno, good morning, boss. Good morning, Jose. Lorraine says, laugh out loud. I'm not joking, Lorraine. This is very, very serious. Look, my heart, it hurts right here. Look, I'll show you, look, if you don't believe me. Right here, look, right there. It's owie. It's going tum tum, tum tum, tum tum, tum tum, tum tum, tum tum, tum tum. Rachel, and what am I? A chopped liver? No, baby, you're the other part of my heart right here. See, one side's for me, and the other side's for you. Okay, something baboso just got muted por baboso. Hey, so did you know what a baboso means? The chillest solar. Do you want me to tell you? Let me know. Calma, no, calente, calente. ¿Estás caliente? Holy crap, ya voy para allá. Ajo, antes de que te enfríes. Had a great time last night with you. Me too. I had a good time with me too. That was hella funny, right? Don't know what that is. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what a baboso is. Okay, check it out, you guys. This person over here on YouTube is watching me, the chillest solar, and we're having a little conversation over here, and I'm trying to explain to him what a baboso means. Okay, Joe Hernandez, he said, man, I was talking to your coworker, bro, but about the goat story. Bro, wanna tell us the story? He can hear it. Oh, you were telling your coworker. He wants to hear the goat story? Is he listening right now? I'll tell it to you on the way to work. A snail. Okay, a snail, says Lorraine. Okay, Lorraine, you're pretty close, baby, but it also has a different meaning, Lorraine. I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's my job, is to explain things to people that don't understand. Okay, a baboso. I'm gonna go quick because these phones are about to die. A baboso, the chillest solar, is a slug. It's a snail. You know how when a snail goes, it slowly moves through, it moves very, very slow, but it leaves a slime behind it. That's a baboso, okay? But the way I use the word baboso, and all Mexicans, any Mexican, you can ask any Mexican this, they'll understand. Another kind of baboso is a man, okay? Well, you can also say babosa for women, but a baboso, meaning man, is a fucking hater. It's a man that you know, that sees you're doing good, and he's always criticizing you. Okay, he's like a fucking hater. A baboso is somebody like an idiota, an idiot. A baboso is somebody that doesn't mind their own damn business. Basically, a baboso is a negative person, is what I mean. Okay, so when you hear me calling somebody a baboso, that's what it means. It means that it's like a fucking hater, somebody that you know, that's just fucking negatives. Like this baboso right here. His name is Jay Sanchez 13. Dice este baboso, says, ponte a trabajar, viejo fundillo. ¡Pau! ¿A ti quién putas te invitó al show, güey? Did anybody invite this baboso Jay Sanchez? Look, see, one of my moderators just muted him por baboso. Pow! And por puñal. Pow! Viejo guango. Pow! So see, that's what a baboso is, and I mute them right away. Do you know what? Did you understand what that meant now? The jealous solar. What up, Big Rob? Big Rob, you're not a baboso, man. You're one of my best viewers. See, you're the opposite of a baboso. You're a chill dude. Yeah, Chewy, some puñales. Mike dice, good morning, Theo. You are the best. Yeah. See, he's the opposite of a baboso, too. Mike here, he loves my show. He watches me every day, right, Mike? He's always very chill. So a baboso is the opposite of somebody that's really chill. Yeah, we got him, Chewy. Fishing anytime soon, bro. You know what? I went fishing last night, big steppa, certified. After work, I went fishing for a while right there to Howard's Park, and I didn't catch shit. I got blocked and muted yesterday. I guess because you were talking shit. I did unblock you though, right? Great experience. Thank you very much. Theo, Daddy Swastilla. Washtilla. How you doing, man? I love your show too. You do? See, I even got my own personal nurse that loves my show. Isn't that great, guys? How many people do you know that have their own personal nurse? She's a volunteer, by the way. I don't have to pay her. And she loves my show at the same time. Isn't that cool? Thank you, baby. Okay. Hi, good morning, Theo. Good morning, Jose Hermosillo. Another one of my great fans here. And, okay, we got Shy, my Pepino says, Buenos dias, Theo. Hope your day is going easy so far. So far, it's going great, homie. I woke up a little bit late, but it's all right. I can show up to work anytime I want. Saludos, Theo. Usted es la mera leña del fugón. All right, Jay Mosqueda. Gracias, primo. And Penny Blanco from the block says, good morning, Theo. I hope your day goes good. You know what? I hope your day goes good, too. I hope everybody's day goes good. I'm going to be working, and I put in those drains yesterday. So now I'm going to be putting in down fabric. I'm going to level off everything first. I'm going to start putting down fabric and start spreading material. All the grading's already done and all that. Just little minor touch-ups. And this job's coming along beautiful, man. These people are loving it. No pocket pool in the truck. Pocket pool. Does anybody know what pocket pool is? Pocket pool is when you stick your hand in your pants, and then you're playing pocket pool. That means you're playing with your balls left and right. That's a lot funny. Pocket pool. So no pocket pool right now, Hector. Al rato voy a jugar pocket pool for a while, you know. Thanks, Hector. Good one, Theo. Yeah, right? That's hella funny, pocket pool, man. Where does that come from? I think it comes from a movie, Hector, doesn't it? Doesn't it come from a movie or something like that? You know, I mean, I use that pocket pool, but it comes from somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where I got that from. And I don't know, where did you get it? Where did you hear it from, Hector? We all need to do it. You know, I scratch my balls all the time. I'll be honest. I'm not, you know, it's no big secret. Every man does it. Women probably do too. They probably scratch the notes left and right. Born in East LA. Oh, from Pocket. Is that where it's from? From Born in East LA? Really? ¿Qué lleva de lonche hoy? Nada, no llevo ni nada de lonche. Nada. No traigo lonche. Morning, Theo. Good morning, La Mesias. See, here's another one of my best viewers, La Mesias. She's beautiful and she loves my show. So that makes her even more beautiful. Okay, what's good, OG? I haven't seen you in a minute. Well, here I am. You know what? I haven't been live on YouTube for a long time because I broke my phones a few months ago, and I you know, they cost a lot of money. So I'm always live on YouTube for sure. And I haven't been live on, on TikTok for sure, but I haven't been live on on I haven't been live on YouTube for a long time. So sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna buy more phones so I can be live everywhere. Did you break your phones? Oh, that's a good question. Well, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but look, see all the tools I got in the back of my truck? Wheelbarrows, bars, all kinds of shit, right? So I'm a masonry contractor, and I do all kinds of masonry work, concrete work, stone work, I do tile work, all kinds of shit. So I'm always breaking things. Sometimes it's because I have to, demolitions and all that. But I'm also always breaking my phones. I drop them, I fucking drop them in concrete and all kinds of construction. That's what I do. So I break them all the time. I've dropped my phones in the toilet, the porta pots, all kinds of crap. Okay, man, I was talking. Oh yeah, all that yapping and no work. Okay, so we got another baboso right here, the Chillis Solar. This baboso's name is George One. He says, "All that yapping, no work." He sounds like he's got something up his ass. Maybe the camote del burro's up his ass. Hey, wait. Don't be hanging out with too many burros. That's why your culo's all wango. Viejo baboso. Pow! Nobody invited you to the party, homie. So hasta nunca, viejo fundillo. Sucker. See you never, baboso. Take that. Sucker. See, we get babosos left and right. You see that, right? All right. Have a blessed day, Jose. Besito. Thank you, baby. You have a nice day too, Lorraine. Are you going to work right now or what? Have a good pocket full day, tío. Ahua! I will. I just hope I don't speak. I hope I don't hit the 8-ball in. Okay, tío, just saying anything that is what? Tío, just saying anything at this point. Who? Me? Are you paying attention here, dude? Tío, what are you making for dinner later tonight? You know what? I'm not really sure what I'm making for dinner, but I'll think of something and I'll invite you for dinner. You can watch me cook again. Okay? Yesterday I cooked Mexican spaghetti. Did anybody see my Mexican spaghetti? Are you trying to tell stories in a truck, but people be not realizing that you're a nice person? Well, thank you. That's very cool, the chillest Solar. Now I like you more. Now you're the coolest, the chillest Solar. Thanks, I appreciate that. See, a lot of people on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, and all that, people that watch me, they say the same thing. They say that, how the fuck could these pinche haters hate me so much if I'm such a funny guy? But spaghetti, yeah, like spaghetti, yeah, but Mexican spaghetti. I made it. See, the way I do it is, you know how when you make spaghetti, you add the tomato sauce, all over Prego or whatever it is, and you add meatballs, and all that. So instead of meatballs, because I didn't have meatballs, I put in spam, okay, spam. And so to make it the Mexican spaghetti, what I do is I add the tomato sauce, but I add 1 can of salsa del pato. The salsa del pato is a Mexican sauce. It's the duck sauce. And what it is it tastes really good. It tastes kind of like spicy, and it's got herbs, and it's got all kinds of Mexican flavor. So then I add that to my tomato sauce, and I pour it in there. So I make it Mexican spaghetti. Okay, saludos, tío. Gracias, mono. Avalos. Sí, okay, Simón. Good morning, handsome. Good morning, Christina, mamacita. Good morning, Bernice, mamacita. You too, baby. Let's see. Tío, when are you going to New Mexico with your sister again? I'm going to be there in November, homie. November, I'm going to be going to the Hot Air Balloon Festival in November. I'm going to be doing meet and greets there. I'm going to do a couple of business promotions. And yeah, fashionista. How you doing, baby? No music today? Yes, we got music right here. Yeah, gotta get some breakfast, but I have a great rest of your day. Thank you. You know what? It was really cool meeting you, the chillest solar. Thank you very much, sir. You have a great time. A contractor chatting about, yeah, about his job and cooking. Share your go-to dinner recipes. Okay, the professional. I'm a professional, boys and girls. Hell yeah, always gotta be jamming to some fun. Fuck yeah, homie. Good morning, Theo. Happy Friday. Oh, you know what? I'm happier now that you're here, Carrie G. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. You're such a sweet lady. Holy crap, estás bien bueno. Cool. It's even better when beautiful women follow me. It does fucking makes me feel great. You too. Okay, thanks. The chillest solar on YouTube. That was very cool, man. That was funny. La Messias, Carrie G. That's so cute, baby. I like beautiful women. I like it when beautiful women follow me. I know I'm not like this, the most handsomest guy in the world, but a lot of women follow me because they think I'm funny and shit. Once they think I'm funny, then they think I'm kind of cute. Once they think I'm kind of cute, then they think I'm hot. And then once they think I'm hot, then the chones start coming down. Yay for the chones coming down. El embudo, ¿qué onda, qué? What's happening, man? Buenos días. Okay, I call them chonis, I call them los calzones, tangas, or los cagaos, los meows, whatever, as long as they come down, you guys. All right? So I give guys advice all the time, don't give up on a woman. If she's being mean to you, mándala a la chingada. But if she just, if she's not saying no, but she's not saying yes, don't give up, keep going. And you never know, those calzones could come down real quick. Go to work. Who in the fuck invited you, Junior? Viejo baboso. Stop interrupting, little boy. Pay the attention, you little fuck. Pow, viejo baboso. Who in the hell keeps letting that guy in here? He comes here all the time. Man, I was talking to my coworker, bro, about the goat story. Bro, tell us the story. He can hear it. Oh, he's here now? He can hear it now? Okay, let's go. I'm gonna drive to work and I'll tell you the goat story on the way, okay? This is the funniest. Well, it's funny, it's sad, and it's a true story that happened to me. I used to live in Mexico when I was a little boy. I lived in Mexico for, a long time, right? And so I'm gonna tell you on the way. Let's start driving there. Yes, he's giving attention. Okay, cool. What's his name? So I'll give him a shout out. So I used to live in Mexico, right? When I was a little boy, I used to live in Mexico. I was born in Mexico. I was born in Michoacan. We lived in a small little town. Trayton. Órale. Hey, homie. What's happening, vato? Okay, Trayton, here, this story is for you. And this is for Joe asked me to retell the story, so I'm going to retell the story. So anyways, when I was born in Michoacan, Mexico, okay, everybody, and I used to live in this small little town called Hanamato, Michoacan. Okay, it was a little town. There was there was like 2-3 cars. That was it. Everybody else either walked or they had a horse, and we had a bunch of cows. My mom and my dad, they came to America. My dad was over here in America, and I had brothers and sisters. There was 4 of us. My older brother Martin, my next brother Eligio, Leo. You guys will see him in the job site in a minute. And my sister Angelica and myself. I was the baby of the family in those days. I was the baby. So my dad, he came to the United States. My dad would come to the United States every year. Every year, my dad would come to the United States, and he would stay here for a while, and then he would go back. He would go back to Mexico, and he would leave one of us in the oven. Okay, you guys know what that is? One in the oven means that he would leave my mom pregnant, and then he would come back to the United States and make more money, and then go back to Mexico again, get it on, and then he would leave another one of us in the oven. And so he did that, So was my turn, when it was my turn, he came back to the United States. Okay, let's go to work now. Okay, you guys. Okay, so when it was my turn, I was the baby of the family, and my dad sent for her. My dad sent for my mom. My dad. I'm sorry, the view's not that good, but this is all I got, you guys. Okay, so let's go. So, anyways, there we were. I was about 3 years old. I still remember my mom when she lived over there. And I remember my mom, when my mom lived over there, we had everything. We had food. She would make gelatin for us. We were the only people in our side of the ranchito donde vivíamos. We were the only ones that had a television. Nobody had a television. We were the only ones that had a television. And not that many people had not that many people had not that many people had electricity either. But we were the only ones that had a television when my mom lived over there. Okay, life's great. My mom, she loved us. She would cook for us, all that. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. Then, what happened is, my dad, he sent for my mom. He sent for my mom and for my older brother, Martin. So, I remember my mom leaving. I still remember my mom, she was all crying. Oh, Trinito, te quiero, blah, blah, blah. She calls me Trinito, right? And so then my mom left. My mom left, and I remember her sending my tia, she gave me money. My mom gave me some money. Told me to go to the store and buy candy and all that, and I was a little kid. I didn't understand. I kind of understood, but I didn't. She actually sent me to the store with my other cousins to buy candy and all kinds of crap. Well, she left because she didn't want me to cry. Hola, Javier, ¿cómo le va? So she didn't want me to know. Oiga, Javier, usted es el papá de Ezequiel, ¿verdad? Es usted, ¿verdad? So anyways, my dad sent for my mom, and my mom sent me to the store to go get some candy and stuff, and she was all crying and hugging me and all that. So then my older cousins took me to the store so that I wouldn't see my mom leave. Okay, so that was the last time I remember my mom in Mexico. And hey, I still have that drawing for your son. I lost track of you, man. I'm sorry about that. So anyways, my mom left from Mexico, and that's when hell started for us. Okay, you guys, that's when hell started for us. My mom left, and our grandparents, they have money. My grandpa, he had money. Mi abuelito tenía dinero, okay? Okay, thanks, being tough lately. Oh, I'm sorry. Is your son still okay, Javier? So my mom left Mexico, and she left us over there with mi abuelito. Nos dejó con mi abuelito and my dad's dad, and we lived in his house. Okay, my abuelito, he had money. He had cows. He had about 30. Seek is up in heaven. Oh man, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Javier. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, I'm sorry about that. Recibe pues, a mí la verdad lo siento mucho, Javier, pero yo todavía tengo su dibujo de su hijo. Si usted quiere, yo se lo puedo llevar a usted. Y pues, I'm sorry to hear that, Javier. Pero yo todavía tengo su dibujo. Si lo quiere, yo se lo puedo llevar a usted. Okay, you guys, so so mi mamá nos dejó allá en Mexico, right? She left us over there in Mexico, and my grandpa, he had 30 cows. He had like 30 cows, okay? My grandpa had like 30 cows, and my grandpa put us to work right away. When my mom left, my grandpa, there was no fun. It's hard, bro. I'm sorry to Javier. That makes me sad too. A lot of my viewers, they kept asking me, about your son and what happened, and I told them, well, I lost contact with him. So, my viewers are still asking me to this day about your son. And I still have your drawing I have it in my studio right there. So my grandpa, he put us to work right away. Okay, there was one time was over. So my job was to take care of those fucking cows, man. Okay, mi abuelito no, yo era el vaquero, yo cuidaba las vacas en el cerro. Yo era un niño, pues, yo era un niño chiquito y me ponían a cuidar las pinches vacas. So I used to go up in the hills and take care of the cows, right? And my grandma, I wouldn't always get lunch. No siempre llevábamos comida, okay? Mi abuelita, que Dios la tenga en su gloria, bien chida mi abuelita. My grandma, she would send me with tortillas y una tacita ahí de frijoles. So my grandma, she would make a little cup with beans and she would put some tortillas in my lunch, and I would go up in the hills and take care of the fucking cows, you know. So anyways, I would take care of these cows. And the way it works in Mexico, the way it worked in those days, you know, I'm 53 years old, and this is about, you know, like almost 50 years ago now. So the way it works is, in the little ranchito, the little ranch we lived in, we had a corral for the cows. And so every morning, somebody would take the cows out into the hills, into the mountains up there, so they can graze, so they can eat grass and shit. Okay, so that was my job. My job, yo era el vaquero ahí de la casa. So as a little boy, you know, I would follow these cows. The cows knew where to go. Like if I was gonna take them to the east, I would, you know, the first cows, you head them towards the east, and then the rest of the cows follow along. They already know the way. If you go and take them to the west, same thing. The first cows that are coming out of the corral, you head them to the east or the west or the south or whatever, to that direction, and the cows know where to go. I had to step away from social media. Oh, Javier, I'm so sorry, man. I mean, obviously there's nothing I can do, but I'm sorry, homie. Pero pues yo estoy aquí, man. Yo quiero seguir siendo tu amigo. I want to keep being your friend, man. And so I'm telling the story about this pinche goat that I had when I was a little kid, right? And so it's the goat. I haven't got to the goat part yet. So anyways, I would be taking care of these 30 cows up in the hills, right? And so once in a while, my cow, good morning, Mary. How's the little lamb? And so I would take care of these 30 cows. And so my job was basically to follow the cows around and make sure that the cows did not go into somebody else's land and eat their crops, their corn, wheat, garbanzo, whatever it is they were planting. My job was to make sure that the cows did not go into somebody else's crops, right? And so I was a little kid. And once in a while, those fucking stubborn ass cows, they would go into somebody's crops, and they would eat the crops. They would trample the crops. They would fuck shit up. Okay, y luego what would happen is the owners would go to my grandpa's house. They would go to his house and they would tell him, hey, compadre, how you doing? You know, I got bad news for you. You know, Trinito dejó meter las vacas en la milpa, en las tierras aquí. They caused a lot of damage, and I came so you could pay me. My wife is pregnant. God is blessing me with another little baby. All right. Hey, that's cool, Javier. Hey, let's make a drawing for him. Can we? Would you like to? And so anyways, buenos dias, tío. Gracias, Jason. I'm telling the story about that pinche goat again. Somebody wants to hear it. Are you still listening? The person that wanted to hear the Fenton? Are you guys still listening? Dia says hi. All right. Tell her I said hi too. So anyways, there I was. Yes. Okay. Cool. So there I was with the pinche goat, right? Yes, bro. Thanks. Hang on a minute. Let me stop real quick so I can read this. Javier says, yes, bro. Thanks. You always make me laugh, brother. All right. Right on, Javier. So then one day, my grandpa, he bought this goat. He bought this goat. This goat was a special goat, okay? And the cows that we had, we used to milk the cows. Agarramos leche y todo eso, vendían la leche y todo. So then, my grandpa, he bought this goat one time, and it was a special goat. I remember that fucking goat. It was a black goat, and this goat had 3 udders. Tenía 3 chiches, tenía 3 ubres. Esta pinche chiva, right? You can unblock me on your other. Okay, I will unblock you when I turn it on. Okay, Big Rob. Don't worry, I got you, homie. And so so this fucking goat had 3 udders. Tenía 3 chiches. Esta pinche chiva que yo cuidaba, right? So like I was telling you, my grandma, my grandma would send me my lunch in this little bag. It wasn't a bag, it was more like a handkerchief. She would put it in there, she would tie it, and I would carry this thing around with me, and I would eat my food when I got hungry, right? And so then the pinche goat, I would follow the goat would follow me, we'd follow the cows, you know, that was my job to take care of the fucking cows, right? And so, I kid you not, man, I kid you not, it was super hot. It would be hella hot and shit. And so sometimes, you know, the cows would lie down, like around lunchtime, all the cows would lie down, and, you know, they'd be resting and stuff. And the little goat, she would lie down, and I would use her as a pillow. You know, and we'd both sleep there underneath a little bush, you know, in the shade, and the cows would all be resting and shit. And I would fall asleep. The goat would be my pillow, and I would fall asleep on the goat. And I was a little boy, you know, and shit. And then I would wake up, and the goat would be gone. All the cows would be gone. I'd be there by myself underneath the shade, and I'd be looking around and shit, and the cows were gone, the goats were gone. And so fucking, I would start looking for the cows, and sure enough, I would find them at the nearest milpa, or, you know, eating somebody's corn or eating their trigo or whatever, and they'd be trampling everything. They'd be fucking shit up. 30 cows can cause a lot of damage, okay, you guys? So, sure enough, I would take the cows. I remember being a little boy and throwing rocks at the cows because, you know, to get their attention, to get them away from doing damage. But, you know, a little boy can only throw a rock so hard. And I remember once in a while trying to pick up these big-ass rocks and throwing them at the cows. You know, and a little kid cannot pick up a big old... To me, it was a big rock, but anyways. So there I was, right? Getting the fucking cows out of the milpas. And sure enough, when I'd get home, the owner would be there with my grandpa. Hey, compadrito, pues Trinito dejó meter las vacas otra vez a la milpa y mire, me dañaron y pues vengo a que me pague. And sure enough, mi abuelito les pagaba a esos señores, and then he would kick my ass for letting the fucking cows go in the fields, right, and damaging their crops. And mind you, my dad would send money to my grandpa to take care of us. He didn't send money to have us work. But my grandpa, that's the kind of man he was. He was old-fashioned, you know what I mean? Big Block Rob on this account. I laughing my ass off. Yeah, I blocked him, I guess, the other day on the other one. I won't block him, though. I was fucking with him. He was being an asshole. That's why I blocked him. So anyways, this fucking goat, man. This fucking goat. Esta pinche chiva. She would, when I would fall asleep with her, I'd fall asleep in the shade. This fucking goat would eat my lunch. She would wake up, and sometimes I would wake up and she'd be eating my lunch, man. She'd tear that fucking rag apart and she'd eat my tortillas, she'd eat my little beans, and so I wouldn't get to eat shit at the house and tragar la puta chiva, right? So, one day, I remember we were coming back from El Cerro, vinamos del Cerro, and it was my grandma, and it was me and my brother Leo. Okay, you guys see him at the chop site all the time, right? And we were coming down from the Cerro, vinamos del Cerro, with that pinche chiva, the fucking goat. And my brother, instead of going around the long way, he decided we were gonna take a shortcut. And then he decided that we were going to take a shortcut, but to go through that shortcut, we had to go through a barbed wire fence. Para mi hermano, el hijo dijo, esta vez nos vamos aquí más cerquitas. En vez de dar la vuelta como normal, dijo, no, nos vamos a ir por aquí. We didn't have the cows that day. It was just a pinche goat. And so, para irnos por allí, teníamos que cruzar una cerca de esas de apúa, de esas que tienen picos, okay? So my brother, he beat up the goat. He beat up the fucking goat, and he made her go through the barbed wire fence. And so what happened is, the fucking goat cut her udder. Se le mochó la ubre a la pinche chiva, porque tenía tres. This goat was special. She had 3 udders. Goats usually have 2 udders. This one had 3. Okay, and this fucking goat, the udder got cut, and she was spilling milk. It's a big gash from the udder. Se le rompió bien gacho la ubre a la pinche chiva, y se le salía sangre y le salía leche y todo. A bunch of blood, a bunch of milk coming out. Bien gacho la cosa. And so when we got home, cuando llegamos a la casa, my grandpa, he was fucking mad as fuck. Andaba bien emputado mi abuelito. ¿Quién putas? ¿Qué pasó a la chiva? He was asking us, what the fuck happened to my goat? And my poor little grandma, she took the blame for it. She told my grandpa that, you know, that that the chiva went through a barbed wire fence and it got cut. And she took the blame. Mi abuelita le dijo a mi abuelito que pues que la chiva se había rompido con un alambre de esos de apúa y que, you know. And my grandpa, he started beating her up. Mi abuelito se le amadreó a mi abuelita pobrecita, que Dios la tenga en su gloria. Mi abuelito se la